Maybe you've been an artist for a while. You've probably created a lot of artworks. You're trying to grow your art business. You get commissions here and there. You make money here and there. But your art business itself doesn't seem to be growing the way you want it to be. Things have not really been changing and you're not able to get better supplies, better gear. Maybe you've even upgraded a few things, but not the ideal situation you would have expected for yourself. Probably when you started, you expected that 10 artworks, 20, 50 artworks, and by that time, you should start becoming wealthier. You should start growing as an artist and start seeing changes that actually affect your life. But that has not been the case. In this video, I'm going to share with you my ideas and my experience so far with growing my own art business to also help you grow your own art business. As a backstory, when I started my art business back in 2021, I basically started from nothing. I had zero. All the materials I see now that artists online are like, oh, she has so many art supplies. I really like your studio. I like you're filming with a very nice camera. You have 2 ring lights. I didn't have all of that. When I started, I had no phone to record. I was borrowing phone to record. I was filming in my room that wasn't painted at that time, and sometimes filming outside my house just so I could use the natural light. With all of that experience I had, in the past 3 years, I've managed to grow significantly year by year as an artist in my income and in my lifestyle. And one thing I found that is the most important thing that artists should know when you're trying to grow their art business is that the audience you serve is very, very important, because you cannot grow wealthier than the audience you're serving. If a person makes $500 a month for their income, you as an artist will not be able to collect the whole $500 from them for a month, and that means you will not be able to grow your income beyond $500 per month, because you can't even collect that $500 from them. So you'll be collecting, let's say, 50 from them, because that's about 10% of their income just to buy an artwork. Are you following? Let's say if all people that buy your artworks all fall within this range, then definitely you know that your own monthly income also would not be more than that range. If you're able to serve multiple of those kinds of people in a month, and then you need to serve like a lot of them, let's say you need to serve like 10 of them and they all give you 50 50 50, or let's say less than 50 or some slightly above 50, then you'll be earning around the same as these people, right? And then one thing you need to know is that there are actually things that kind of influence the kind of audience you are attracting, because now you're like, artist that. So if I cannot get wealthier than my audience and I'm serving people that are earning like 500 per month, then how do I attract the big guys? People that are earning like, let's say 10,000, because if they are earning 10,000, then they can be able to afford at least a $1,000 artwork or even more, because now they have like wider purse, and then higher and that. There are actually factors that affect the kind of audience that you attract and that you can sell to, and I'm going to list them to you. So the first one that you need to know is how you look. Like I said, when I first started, I started with nothing. I didn't look this good when I started. I didn't even mind. I didn't care so much with how I looked. Sometimes I put on like a tank top and just tight scarf and was just walking. I didn't put much thought into how I look, and some artists see me now, they feel like it's an overkill. Like, why does she dress this? Like, if you kind of go back to my social media account, check back into the past, see my transformation with how I have become more intentional with how I look, you feel like I'm trying to do too much. Like, why is she suddenly just changing everything? My appearance, where I walk, where I film, everything has just drastically changed overnight, in quotes, compared to how I looked before. Most artists are just like that. They don't put thought into how they look, how they show up on camera, how they show up online. They just want to just do their thing. There are a lot of artists that are just out there and they've just been wanting to do their thing, and their thing has not gotten them anywhere. So you have to be smarter, you have to be better, you have to do something better that they are not doing. You can't just show up in your pajamas. The main thing is, if you look like you should be pitied, your surrounding is just unkept, things are not looking cute, things are not looking aesthetic, if you look like you are beggarly, if you look like it's their money you need to eat, then be sure that it's that kind of audience you're going to attract. I'm not saying live a fake life now. You just need to do what you can afford and try to just upgrade slowly. A fake life would be you going to stay in your friend's house every day just so you can film. I'm not saying that. I am saying just gradually change the way you look. So if your environment looks like, maybe you're filming, I know some people intentionally do things like this to cut pity, because they feel like pity is something. I'm still going to talk about that, I think, with what you say later on. So some people intentionally film in places that don't look as good because they feel like it will attract pity, and people might warm up to them and help them, because now you're like, this person is trying their best, let me help this person. Now people that are helping you, they cannot help you beyond just change and just like this, just help you support yourself, buy materials. They cannot help you become wealthier, except you are very, very fortunate, and that is very, very rare. right? So you want to put thought into how you look, into your environment. Don't film behind the bush. You're in front of a bush, your house is just bushy and everything, and you're filming and you're praying on social media like that. You're not thinking about what you look like. Your hair is just one kind, your face is just one kind. In fact, you just woke up and everything is just bad. Then you're going to attract that same kind of audience to yourself, and there's going to be a limit to how high you can price your artwork to sell to those people. One thing with this look is, if you as an artist have this whole look thing I'm talking about, and you're trying to charge, let's say $1,000 for your artwork, or even $500 for your artwork, people will feel like, are you joking? Like, where do you want to collect that money to? Like, how can you even call that amount? But if the way I look now, called $500 for my artwork, people will feel like, she deserves it. She looks like she has more than that in her account, right? I've raised my price, like, I think about 1,000% just between last year and this year. And one thing I found was, last year when I was upgrading slowly, but at the time when I had the lower prices, with my low prices and the kind of people I was attracting, they would still negotiate the price with me and be like, is it not just the draw? Is it not just pencil? And is it not just they're going to look down on you because that is how you have presented yourself. But now that I look this way, I look like I don't necessarily need your money. It's not your money I'm going to use to eat today. I don't look beggarly. It's not like you're trying to pity me, like, let me just patronize this person so I can help her, so I can pity her. When I call my prices, people don't feel the need to argue with me. I don't hear excuses like, oh, is it not just to draw? Is it just drawing? Just drawing. I don't remember the last time I heard something like that. The best thing they will say is, oh, it is beyond my budget. Photon. Now, the problem is not me, the problem is you. So you get richer and then you will be able to afford me. Not me trying to solicit, please, I can give you discounts. One thing I've also, because I used to want to be a model, and I kind of learned about looks, poses and all of that. One thing I've learned is, when you look good, it also helps your confidence. You'll be able to talk better. You will feel more confidence. You'll feel more bold, because you're not feeling like, I am lesser. Because now you look up to par. You don't feel like you're less. You don't feel like you should be pitied. Now I have people who are my friends, who I can go to, who are wealthier than I am. Obviously, I didn't have friends like that before. Because now people want to associate me with me because I look better, right? I have friends that are wealthier than me, and when I go to meet them, I don't look like I shouldn't be in their league. I look like we are both equals. If you look like you should be earning around this kind of amount of money, then you would see clients like that. Clients like that will come to you because they will not even feel like you want to run away with their money. For instance, maybe if I called $20,000, I don't know if a client might decide like, $20,000, sis. I don't know if I have built my brand to that level yet. But if you don't look that way and you call even $1,000, they'll feel like you want to run away with their money. They will not entrust you with it because you don't look like you can even have that kind of money. You look like it might be a scam, because why would you be collecting that kind of money? So that's just the whole point of this first reason why you might be attracting clients that are not helping you become wealthier, that are not helping you grow your art business. The second thing is how you talk. This one is probably, I would have said, maybe the most important thing, but I really don't know. I don't know how I would class it, because I feel like this one and looks kind of go hand in hand, right? Like I said, how you talk. Now, the kind of words you say, you want to avoid using things like very affordable, cheap. It will not cost you too much. It will not stress you too much. Like anything that is looking like the client doesn't have to do anything. It's looking like they don't have to give you anything, because affordable, yes, affordable is subjective, but affordability already gives a kind of price range. Now, in my country, Nigeria, if you say something is affordable, you're looking at like 10,000 naira, maybe 15,000 naira. But once it starts saying that 20,000, you're already choking the people, because that is no longer affordable, So you want to avoid things like, oh, my artworks are very, very affordable. It's just a quick, if you want to surprise someone, quick surprise. Anything that just looks like it is too easy or too simple. In fact, if you as an artist create your artworks in 2 hours or an hour, you definitely don't even want to be saying that oh, the artwork doesn't even take long to produce. It doesn't take you long to produce now because you have a lot of skill under your belt. It probably used to take you longer before, but now you've grown and it takes you like an hour, 2 hours. You don't want to say that to your clients. Why? Because they feel like you're working for just an hour, then why should you want to collect that amount of money when it's just so it's just to, it is not just to. They're paying you for your expertise, they're paying you for the fact that you learned what you learned and all of that. So the words you say would attract that kind of audience to you. So one thing I switched to at that time, I used to say premium, because when you start to say premium, then you are appealing to a different set of audience. When you say luxury, of course, when you now start to say luxury, you have to look luxury, because luxury has a look, a feel to it. You can't say something is luxury, you don't look luxury, the product doesn't look luxury. But you can say premium and try to adjust yourself and your brand to look premium. So that's why you look is one of the important things. So you first have to change the way you look so you don't look beggarly, because if you look beggarly, you attract affordable clients, cheap clients, and especially the way you talk to is going to be that way. You're going to be using their language. If you want to upgrade your social class, you want to become wealthier, you want to grow your art business, you have to start using words that appeal to people that are above that social class. Like I said, premium, because premium means it is quality, and anything that is quality, you expect to pay something that is not going to hurt you too much, but that is not going to be too cheap. So some people on their reels, on their posts, their social media posts, or their bio, they say things like, I'm just a poor artist. Me, I'm not a poor artist, I'm a very wealthy artist. I might not have the money in my account, but I'm a very wealthy artist. I will become that wealthy artist, and I will attract the people that want to work with wealthy artists like me. I'm not a poor artist. So if you say I'm just a poor artist, don't mind me, I'm just a poor artist working. Well, my dear, you're going to attract people that want to work with poor artists, right? I know nobody's going to want to watch my video because, yeah, things like that get lots of views, and really, you might be tempted to try it. I probably have thought about it once in a while. I thought about it at one point, I'm like, this person just did this. It might just even be a 5-second clip, and it's just that audio playing underneath, and then the person gets tons of views, and people are like, oh, if I had the money, I would help you. If I had this, I would help you. Sure, you might get people that would maybe eventually give you money here and there, you know, to help you. Now, if you're wise, that might help you. But in cases like this, seeing that you already even used that audio in the first place, I'm sure you don't know what you're doing, and then you're not going to be able to manage your funds well. You're still not going to be able to grow as you would like to, and then it's the same circle. So you want to avoid words like that that cause pity. You want to position yourself as an expert, and people who are looking for experts will come to you. The last thing, I don't know if it's the last thing, the next thing I want to talk about is your pricing. So let's even say that the part of looks and the words you say are not the issue. Then the issue might be with your pricing, because let's say that you look the part, you talk the part, but your prices don't reflect the part. When somebody comes to you, they feel like, this person trying to scam me. How would you call your artwork so and so amount of money? Like, what's going on? If you called your artwork like a lesser price than what you look like or what you talk like, then people might feel like you want to scam them, and they might move away to someone else. Let's say you call $25 for your artwork. People are going to be like, what's going on? Yeah, of course, the affordable people will come to you. You will only get affordable clients. But if the people that actually have the money to pay see your artworks, they might feel like, what's going on? Is this person a scam? And then they might want to, of course, this is a very rare case that this happens, but that is still a case that it happens. And if you're someone that, let's say, you look the other way, you don't look premium, you don't talk premium, and you're charging like way up there, people will also feel like you want to scam them, because why are you calling the amount of money? Like, excuse you? You want to run away with my money? So people might feel the need to not patronize you because you don't look like the price you're calling. You don't look like you deserve the amount of money you're calling. It's also very possible that your pricing might be limiting you, might not be helping you grow. Of course, I said that, but I've not made this statement, so I want you to hear it. It is very possible that the way you price might not be allowing you grow your art income, grow your lifestyle, grow your art business. Let's say the premium stuff is not your issue. You use premium supplies, you look premium, you talk premium, but your prices are low. Then you're not going to grow, because like I said, you might still be getting clients in this class, because some people still know what is good. So when they look at it, the people that are cheap customers, when they look at it, they know what is good when they see it. You will get clients, but you will not be able to grow your income, because what you will still be getting will be peanuts. But when you increase your price, you might get, or you will get, lesser customers, because they're not the cheap people who run away. But then you will be making either the same amount of money with less order, or even more money with less order, compared to when you were working with the cheap people. You will overwork yourself, you would drain yourself, you would burn out. That's when you will work overnight for 10 days for a mega amount of money, and you're going to be burning out. Your art is going to be frustrating you, and that is what I find. A lot of artists are usually frustrated. They are always, this is what usually leads to frustration, tiredness, and all of that, burnout with your art business, your art career, because you're putting in so much work, you're putting in so much effort, you're expecting to see a result, but it is not forthcoming. With the work you're putting in, you would expect to make more money, but it is not balancing out. If you do find that you're not making enough money, this is something that I've done over the years. If you find that you're not making enough money, or now you have increased your price. Okay, I've not gotten there. If you find that you're not making enough money, what you should do, increase your price, even if it's just by a little bit. Because I know that we artists or people generally are usually scared of raising their prices, because they're like, oh, if I raise my prices, I'm going to lose my customers. I've been there before. Trust me, you will lose customers, but you will be better off, because when you serve the lower class, people who don't make as much money, they are going to stress you out, and you're going to be walking like an elephant and eating like an ant. One thing I used to gauge by is, I'm getting too many orders. If I see I'm getting too much orders, like people are rushing me, I'm like, what's going on? Or when I call my prices, people are not bargaining. Like when you call your prices, people are not feeling the need to negotiate with you, like, can I? There's something. If you just call your price, bam, and people are taking it straight on, you need to raise your prices, my dear. Now, I mean, if your business is not growing, because there's a case where you are now looking luxury, you are reaching luxury people and they are rushing you. That's not an issue. Please don't let them rush you. But if your art business is not growing and people who don't have money are the people that are coming to you, and when you call your price, they don't argue, they just pay, because they know they are scamming you, so they will not talk. Just before she realizes she made a mistake, let me quickly pay the money. So they'll pay the money upfront, bam. There are some clients like that, clients from hell. There are some clients like that, but except for rare cases like that, or maybe not so rare cases like that, then you need to ensure that you raise your price, because you want to reduce the workload on yourself so that you can enjoy what you're doing, so that you can keep the passion you have for art. Because if you're working like that and you're not getting the results, you're going to be frustrated. When you get clients here and there, you start making more sales, you're going to become more confident in yourself. Then you know you're not the issue, and then the more confident you get, you can raise your price a little again. That's what I've done over the years, raise my price little by little, except for this huge jump I made between last year and this year. But if you're not getting clients at all, and all of these things are probably not the issue, then you need to increase your marketing. You're not getting seen enough. You're probably not doing enough for people to see you. You're just posting on social media and ghosting. You just post and just do nothing and just ghost, and you just have one like, bam. So in this case, you need to increase your marketing. You need to ensure that you are getting seen by the right people, of course, and I will talk about that in another video. The summary of this video is, if your art career is not bearing in Nigeria, we say bearing, that it is not flying, it is not lifting up the ground. You need to change the way you look, the way you talk. You need to look like the expert that you are, because some of us don't look like what we know in our head. We don't look like what we look like inside of us. We reflect something else that is not what is inside. So bring what is inside out, so people can start to appreciate what is inside and give you the money that you deserve for what you've been through and what you have put yourself through. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.